The following is a Thorf TV production brought to you in cooperation with Jack Thorfinson, part of our YouTube Friendly series. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Mr. Holster's Ranch, way up north near the Canadian border, we bring you Tea Time with Jack and Mr. Holster. Let's have a big, rousing round of applause. Here he comes, direct from the barn, Mr. Holster! I bet he's coming from the barn, Jack. Probably got horse crap all over him. I probably passed out to tell you the truth, because Mr. Holster, Mr. Holster, hey, that's me. Howdy, Parge, yeah, it's me, Mr. Holster and Jack. Hey, what do you got in the, there's nothing in the glass. Oh, we got tea. You made some tea tonight? Let me pop the top on this one, as Machine Gun Kelly would say, and take a peek. Well, that's not tea, Jack. No. No. You made cocoa. Oh, I do love a good warm cup of cocoa. Yeah. Well, it's because it's so cold outside. I know, it's -20. It's supposed to get down to -25 by the morning, Jack. Isn't it great living here? Well, let's get this show off right. Let's pour a little of his cocoa in the old John Wayne glass. Is cocoa supposed to fizz there, Jack? I do say, Jack, though, when it gets to be this time of day, I'm just a bear if I don't have if I don't have a little tea or some cocoa. I just love your cocoa, Jack. To the sunny slopes of long ago. That doesn't heat you up and cool you down all the same time. Oh, that's good stuff. We'll have to put that over here. It's got your cocoa's burning a hole in the bar, Jack. I better use a coaster. That's strong. All right, that's hot cocoa, Jack. Hot cocoa. That's it. Yeah, it's hot. Tell you, this morning I woke up with the birds. Yeah, I fell asleep on a tree last night. It's the end of the year, and so it's time that Jack and I have to renegotiate our contract for next year. And Jack has offered me a lifetime contract, but I had to turn it down. I said, Jack, I just need something a little more permanent. Did you know that Jack has been married several times? His first wife was a cover girl in Paris. Yeah, she used to put the tops on the sewers. Every winter this happens, and it's already starting to happen. And at Christmas time it always happens too. I start putting on weight. Yeah, so this afternoon I weighed myself naked, and I weighed 235 pounds. Well, at least I thought I did. I didn't get a very good look at the scale because I jumped off it right away when the lady at the drugstore started screaming. I've been seeing these ads on YouTube for this Ancestry.com, and you see these things enough, you start getting sucked into it. And so I decided to go there and take a look, and I looked up my family tree, and there were 2 dogs using it. That's a good monologue tonight, Jack. You did a good job, yeah. And I could even read it off the cocktail napkins. And there weren't too many rings on them this time. You must have. Yeah, well, yeah, not so much condensation this time of year. That's a good point. Especially when it's -20. Well, here we are, the year end, and I'm still trying to get my system in place. I got a few more pieces at Christmas that Sandy brought me, and I've got them into place. I'm going to show them to you here real quick. Just a second. This is my Glock 19 here. There. And I got the yeah, it's the one that well, I think it is. Not really sure. The one I got used that I replaced the sights on. I got a Metro Metropolitan night sight on the front and a battle hook rear sight, and the battle hook rear sights are set up for the same height sight that comes. These, you know, the Glock sights have those plastic sights on there, and the battle hook, the Henning battle hook rear sight, is set up at the same height as the stock one. So that's what this is too. The Metropolitan night sight is basically the same height as the stock one, so they work out together just fine. That's what I have set up on the other guns, and yeah, it works fine. And along with that, I've got this on this week, and oh, Jack, I forgot the packaging. Oh, well. We'll use that as a thumbnail. You can look at the thumbnail and see the packaging. This is the new Magpul magwell for it, and I did that video a couple months ago on the one for the Glock 17. It's the same thing, but it's slightly different on the installation. It doesn't pop right on. You have to actually, as you put it on, it's got a little bit of a tab on the front right there, and you got to get this tab over the lower part of the receiver there on the magwell, and then you seat the male to the female component there, slip it into the where the grip plug goes, you slip it in there, and then you have to hold it very tight. And it's still kind of, it really does push against the bottom. I wish it wouldn't. I wish this would be a little more precise in the size so it's not putting so much tension on it. And I understand why they do it. It's because they got it bumped over the front, and that gives them a good hook on the front to keep this thing on. But I wish it wasn't quite so much tension. You're putting a lot of pressure on the bottom of the grip frame there, I feel, that you don't need to. They're putting too much pressure. But the screw goes in there, and you got to really push it. And some of the ones I did, the screw head fit through the hole without it bumping onto it first and kind of ripping it up. Some of them kind of ripped it up, and there was no way to alter that. Because I spent a little time doing a little filing and trying and everything, and it really doesn't. It ends up like that anyways. But I got it installed now, and it helps. The magwell helps on putting the magazine in. Yeah, it does, but I don't really need that. It was working fine before. They got enough bevel on their magazine well on the grip frame. You really don't need that. What it does do that works for me, and your mileage may vary, you may find it a nuisance, but for me I like it because it forces my hand up a little bit. And of course the trigger guard here has had a little work done to it, so it's got a little, it makes it more comfortable there and doesn't dig on that knuckle. And then with this, that forces that bottom finger up so it's not slipping down. And actually, yeah, I like it a lot. I really do. And I was hesitant to buy enough for all of my 19s because I want to try it first, and I just decided, just buy them and put them on. They cost 20 bucks a piece from Brownells, and I had to. Well, I didn't have to, but I ordered them ahead of time before Magpul actually had them out, and had them on back order, so when they came out, I'd get them right away. And so, although I noticed that Live for Wild got his before I got mine, even though I've had mine on back order for eons, so that was a little annoying. He got them a couple weeks ago. But at any rate, Santa brought them for me on Christmas Eve, and I got them on, and I'm really happy with it. It works. It does what I wanted it to do, which is give me that little push up to keep my hand way up there and tight on there. And now I've got a grip on it that when I put that grip on, because I use a vertical drop holster, so when I grab it in a vertical drop, my grip is just like it's supposed to be. Where if you got a forward cant, you can't get that grip. You bring it up and then you re-grip. You see? That's why I like a vertical drop. You get the right grip when you put your hand on it right away. You bring it up, and there you are, and this just forces it up tight. I like it a great deal. It was a great addition for me. For me personally, everybody's different, you see? Yeah. Some people like to wear their sneakers in the pool. Me personally, not. So this works great. I really like that, which I know you're thinking right now. That surprises me. I thought Mr. Holster would like that. No, I don't wear my sneakers in the pool. So there you go, guys. That's what I want to talk about real quick tonight on Tea Time with Mr. Holster and Jack. Did I wake you up, Jack? I'm sorry. Man, was he partying all Christmas long. You were, Jack. You were. I know. And you should have seen. One day he came home. He went shopping one day. Took a whole day off, went shopping, went into the big town, which is a 60-mile drive. Jack, am I putting you to sleep, Jack? Is it all right if I talk about this? Yeah, he's tired. Anyways, he went into town, the 60-mile drive, and he came back with these bags of stuff. I said, Jack, what'd you get? What'd you get, Jack? Did you get me something? No. He said, but you can help me if you want. And I said, well, yeah, I'll help you, Jack. What do you want to do? He says, well, we need to get one of those picnic table, those fold-up tables we put out for the big party every year. I said, yeah. I said, let's set one of those up. So we got one out. We set it up. And he put the bags on there. We started pulling them on. I said, Jack, what is this? He says, well, they're Christmas presents. I said, Jack, they're all the same. He says, yeah. So I said, well, why do you have 37 ankle bracelets with your name on them? I mean, seriously, Jack? He said, well, they're for my girlfriends. I said, what? They're for my girlfriends, all right? I said, really? He says, yeah. All I need is I'll hold the paper, you put the tape on there, and then we'll label them all. So that's what we did. It took us like 45 minutes to do. Well, actually, it took a little longer because one of the items, they weren't all the same. One item was a bottle of Jack Daniels that he gave to me. And, of course, yeah, we opened it up right away. But at any rate, by the time we got done, we had them all wrapped, gift wrapped, and they were perfect. And the little tags on them and everything. And Jack got back in his car and he took off and he went from girlfriend to girlfriend's house and delivered them. Yeah. And everything was fine and happy till the day after Christmas when apparently somewhere along the line, and we shouldn't have opened that JD bottle. That was our big problem. We shouldn't have opened that up because somewhere along the line we had them all in the bags. We did, Jack. Seriously, we went through it twice. We had them all in the bags in the correct sequence. Somewhere he got off sequence, and yeah, and poor little Madeline, she was so upset to get Sarah's gift. That was the big one that I remember because she was pounding at the door on Christmas Day. Yeah, well, it's all right. I don't think she got hurt by the police taser, Jack. I think she'll be okay. I don't think she's going to want to go out with you again, but I think she'll be okay. And no, and this is the thing, Jack. We have not been served with any papers yet, so she hasn't sued us. Knock on wood. So yeah, that was Jack's Christmas. Well, there you go, guys. There's 13 minutes and 7 seconds of your life you'll never ever get back again. Just listening to Mr. Holster talk about his Christmas presents for his Glock 19. Yeah, there you go. Thanks for tuning in from Mr. Holster and Jack. Jack! Yeah, where are you at? We're coming to the end. From Mr. Holster and Jack, have a great new year and go out and stay safe. That's 13 minutes and 40 seconds of their life, Jack. They'll never, ever, ever get back again. I wish we could make money doing this.